Do, 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 do. Oh, shit. Oh, it's still doing the good capturing, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's loud. Oh, my fucking god. Okay. That is now quieted. Oh, wait, am I... what? Oh, it's not working. Dupe. I can probably put on some, No? No, stop playing Jimmy here. What can I put on? Okay, I should probably move this out so that I can capture it separately from everything else. Click this. Click this button. Is that working? I'm probably gonna take a second. I can actually check my Twitter for once while I'm streaming. Holy shit. Just realized. Sorry if you can hear this. I'm typing. Did it start capturing it? Nope. No, it has not. Oop, there we go. It's a little hard to see, actually. Yeah, that is hard to see. No, that did not help. Okay, so I need to adjust this so it's easier to see. Oop. I guess the oh fuck. Okay, why is it still going in? Back up. Yeah, that should be much better. Right? Is it viewable? Yeah, you can probably read that. Okay, yeah. That looks like it's okay. Sorry. Now let's see if chat box is working. Okay, the chat box is working. Hello, welcome to stream, blah blah blah. Just doing a few things. Doing a few, checking out a few things. Okay, I should collapse that. I'll probably put on something to listen to later. Collapse that. Get this open. Yeah, that's fine. Whew. Yeah, skipped over a few frames. Probably not too bad. Probably not too bad. I should probably get a different browser in order to do this a bit more effectively. Gonna my computer can handle it. Probably shouldn't put on a live feed. Oh, that's probably why my computer's fucking up. Okay, I'll just close this too. I am brilliant. Okay. I can get on to some work. Mm. Jesus Christ. Okay. That should be good. I can see everything but my screen. Is it capturing my voice still? God, this is... Sorry, I'm gonna make the rain sounds a little quieter. Literally just rain. Yeah, skipped a few frames, it'll be fine. So, I need to work on this. Is that... Wait, is it legible still? Is that any legible? Can anyone read that? No. Doesn't look like anyone can read that. I should probably also delete that viewer count thing. It's probably just eating up some CPU. I don't like that. It has to be 125. Sorry. I taking way too much way too much in my I didn't think about remove. Yes, I want to delete it. Probably help out a little. This I need to work on this at the moment. Now I've been told I needed to playtest this, which I heavily agree with that, but I want to get it down first and written before I could ever this is just properly named the document too. I want to get everything written down properly. Sorry, the stream's gonna be a little weird. It's mostly gonna be about like just writing some D&D stuff. I just want to talk about D&D and whatnot. Talk ancestry, lay claim to the tenacity. I'm. By the way, I will be using Fizzbonds for reference. Fizzbonds Treasury of Dragons. And I will be writing things down differently than Wizards of the Coast ever would. Yeah, I need to make sure I get that down. But I will try keeping some of the style and whatnot. Okay, sorry. This is just eating time. Yeah, whatever. Insert page break. Okay. Let's make it. Let's just make it an 11. Why does it have that 0.5? I don't get it. Do we have Comic Sans? Hell yeah, we do. I'm sorry to everyone that that watches, by the way, because I will be writing everything in Comic Sans. So this needs to be a bit. This first one needs to be a bit bigger. Let's make that. Let's make it a 17. Yeah, thank you. Don't ask. Everything is going to be alright. Damn it. I just underscores work too. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, so basically I'm gonna translate this into actual functionality and how it'd work out and whatnot. So let's see. First off, they usually use a small tidbit about the race. Like, Dragonborn with metallic ancestry lay claim to the tenacity of metallic dragons, brass, bronze, copper, gold, and silver. His hues glint. There's scales. There's blah, 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 blah. There's just a bit of, like, lore, so Oh. Write that down there. Because what I have down is the traits, so I should probably write down the traits and how they work and whatnot before I write down any lore. But I do have something in my head, on how these would work. Just you wait. Oh, I got some lore in my head. I'm gonna have this one be at the 15. That'd be like a 14. Streaming okay. It'll be fine. I'm mostly typing things anyway. So what do I already have? I should type that down because every single one of these has this. Now I'll be doing something a little different because I did have an idea because I don't like what the Wizards of the Coast did with their ASI, but I did get into an argument with a friend of mine, and I actually came down to a conclusion that like probably suit both of our needs and whatnot with the idea. Okay, so I hit this and tab. God, that looks janky. I'm gonna just hit space 3 times and it looks better. So first, this was the idea that I had. Like instead of making the ability score improvement a concrete statement of like what the race does, it's a suggested ASI for the idea that this is how their culture works, or this is probably how their race works, like when being born or when growing up. It doesn't mean you have to pick these points, but you could, going with how the race would normally work, or you could go against that and pick other places to put the point. I'm explaining it too much. The point of this message is that it's suggested, and you'll basically get the following 2 anyway. Let's think. I'm gonna just make this simple. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why this. Don't ask me why this is the suggestion. It just is. Yeah, this is just the suggestion. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. You don't have to follow suggestions. It is just part of my own design philosophy. Okay, so... This is just a specification that a lot of races have, because some races say that you are Fey. Like, some races specify that you are Fey, so sometimes creature type isn't a useless thing. You know, only on occasion though, because fuck you. Unless you're doing like something where... Oh, whatever. Yeah, well, speed is actually important to an extent too. And yes, I will be using Comic Sans throughout the entirety of this. Yes, I know that they don't use colons, but I do. Fuck. But I like writing. I like D&D, and I like writing. I like making characters. I always try making homebrew races, even though I drop it at one point or another. This is the first one I came public about and really, really want to finish, because I do like the theming of godly dragons, Dragonborn. And like, these Dragonborn are rare, in where they are or how they're presented, by the way. They're either holy... These ones I'm working on right now, the Platinum Dragonborn, they're either holy knights that people assume that have just painted their skin, or something, painted their scales to be more, you know, representative of their god, or they are always far off in the mountains and in like seclusion. So people just don't really see them as often. Kind of like what is that race? The Goliaths. I love Goliaths. They're really cool. Like, I just like the idea of these people that are just like up in mountains in the cold and whatnot. And I do have a bit of a weird thing for the Platinum Dragonborns. Because going up here, the Platinum Dragonborns, I basically make a stronger breath weapon, but it can also be radiant or cold and fire for a breath weapon. But the Iceborne Platinum only gets like cold resistance, and I have a reasoning for why it does fire damage as well. Is because it's a really cool concept to me. Like you heard of dry ice, right? I was thinking of like of something so cold it doesn't only do cold damage, but it actually burns you. And I just thought that was a cool concept, and I want to put that in a race. Oh, right, walking speed. Yeah. Might as well type out the full thing. I should, it's 3. What should I call this? I didn't make so much for, I didn't make an extreme lot for the Platinum Dragonborns, but you do get to pick between 2, and I need to think of what to call that, because that is its own thing with like normal Dragonborns. I have to think how these things normally work for like Dragonborns and whatnot. Because I'm looking at the metallic Dragonborn part of the book right now of like Fizzbonds, and for mainly how I should go about this with their breath weapon, because the main appeal of a Dragonborn is their resistance and the breath weapon. Honestly, I mean, in Fizzbonds they also get a cool 5th level ability, which I honestly think is cool. Like, you can do some cool things. So that's why I also have that up there. Oh shit. Um. I'm really thinking about how to phrase this and whatnot. Oh, what, chat? Do you have any good suggestions for this? Okay, that's platinum. I'll just call it platinum line. Like, I don't care. It'll be fine. It just looks bigger. Man, this is bare bones at the moment. Sorry. I have a lot of things to actually do because I'm trying to translate this into a kind of way that looks like it'd be for a D&D book, I guess. So I have the thoughts here, I just need to work on it. Let me think. Oh, I also did make little names for how some of the things are. I thought that was neat. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. That. Thanks, Google. Ow. What the fuck did I actually name it? Iceborn? Why am I... I really want to call them Frostborn. Actually, I'm gonna just fucking do that. It looks nicer to me. I'm gonna keep the thing of ice and light, but like... The main differences of them is that one gets a breath weapon that shoots two damage types, and one doesn't. It's just, and also the resistances and whatnot. But uh, let me think. I'm not the best at thinking, so just give me a moment. I wonder how my stream's doing. Oh, hey, calm down. That's nice. I hope you guys like the rain sounds. I like rain. And I'm definitely making this so that people can use it in their games if they want. And I'll probably be making more with this page itself. I just have to come up with more ideas. I'll probably stream it. I love the lore I put for the Platinum Dragonborns. I'm putting more lore into this than I have here. Can I put in marks, pay, blah 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 blah. Ooh. Oh, I can put in a table. So let's see. Name. This thing, this thing, this thing, blah 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 blah. I'll probably put in a. I'll put in a small chart. I'll put in a small chart like below right here. I'm actually gonna table now. Only two. Do. Name of the thing that I could shorten it down like this. Would that be alright? Yeah, that'll be alright. What the fuck did I actually call them? Oh, zealous. Yeah. Zealous, like, the reason why I call them zealous is because, like, they're supposed to be a bit more, they're supposed to be more like religious paladins. And Frostborn are also supposed to be like paladins, but they're like... God, I am sorry. They're supposed to be more chill. Lamau. Funny. I didn't mean to. I am sorry. I'm gonna just... fuck it. Yeah. That'll be good. It'll be fine. You know, why even have the draconic resistance bit if I can, like, actually have it here? Oh, wait. Well, then I can tell you, hey, make sure to write it down, dumbass. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I could do that. Coal and fire. Because, okay, the idea is that 1d6 of... Okay, I haven't gotten into this yet, but... Okay, so... This thing. 1d6 of this breath weapon is supposed to be cold damage, and 1d6 is supposed to be fire damage. That's what I'm going with here. And I'll actually specify that in the breath weapon. It's not a pick or choose deal. I should... Hold on. I'm gonna check out... I really do want input, by the way. That's why I'm doing this... Why I'm doing this online. So I can see, like, what people think about it. Oh, hey, that is readable. Okay, so I'm gonna look over at something. Dragon turtle, blah blah blah. Dracahydra. What the fuck? Yo, this thing looks cool. Oh my god. I have something to throw at my players next time we play D&D. Aspect of Tiamat. Gets damage immunities from all those dragons. What? What does you get? Okay, so... Damn, I do have to make that radiant damage, huh? Cringe. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not making this to be overpowered, by the way. I'm trying to make it fair. Okay, I see how that's gonna be. Okay, right here. Get that in close. Is not a... Oh, fuck. Fuck. What did I do? Here we go. Make it bold. Ah, fuck. Oh, there we go. That's good. Yeah. It doesn't look bad, so... It probably... If I just also... Okay, that doesn't look as good. Something that I could do to the... Oop! Oh, how do I get rid of this? How? How do I... I'm so stupid. How do I get rid of this? Okay, I guess I can't, Oh, okay, Guys, I'm dumb. I'm still dumb. No. It's not what I want. Ah, god damn it, I just want to get rid of the column. Anyway. Let's... I'll fix that later. For now, though... Okay, so metallic dragons get a 15-foot cone. I'm not gonna write out ability score improvement to make that thing longer. Just gonna... Oh. I like the rain noises. I should probably, yeah. It's dark in here. I'm gonna go turn on my light. Hey, since I'm getting to since I'm getting to the metallic dragon's the platinum dragon's breath weapon, I wanna make a note that I am not trying to make this like stronger than other Dragonborn. Like I do want the breath weapon to be stronger, but I don't want it to be absolutely stronger than other Dragonborn. So, like, what applicable way do I have of making this weaker than other Dragonborn? Well, in Fizzbonds, there's actually quite an easy way to make this happen. Um, you can use, okay, so you can limit the number of uses. You can limit the number of uses easily. Like for normal metallic dragonborns, you can use your breath weapon a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Gained all expended uses when you take a long rest. Like I'm gonna keep that, but I'm going to have the amount of uses that the platinum dragonborn can have, so that it doesn't overshadow the amount. Like it doesn't overshadow the power that like metallic dragonborns have. So while yes, you get 2d6 and maybe two different damage types to have like the ability to overcome certain resistances that some monsters have, there is also the flaw that it can't be used as much. Like for the fact that I'm having it, it'll help like other dragonborns still be pretty good, because would you rather take 2d6 of like two damage types, or would like that you can use once and up to only a maximum of 3 times, or would you take 1d10 that gets up a maximum of 6 times? Actually, how many times can you use your breath weapon in an attack? I guess if you go full fighter, you can use a breath weapon as many times as you have an attack action. Or is it when you take the attack action on your turn, you can place one of your attacks with an exhalation. Failed save. Attack ancestry. Successful save, half as much. Damage increases by 1d10. Reach 5th level. 2d10. 3d10. 4d10. Okay, so yeah, this thing. Huh. Basically, I'm making a breath weapon that's comparable to a great sword. That's the idea here. But also can't be used as often. So like, how much would that be? Okay, so hold on. If I'm gonna level this up how I plan to, so 2d6 at level 1, so 4d6 at level 5th level. And 2 more at 11th, which would be 66. It'd be 66 at 11th level. Finally, comparable at 8d6 to a fireball at, holy shit. Wow. Okay, so I'm making you able to have a fireball, but only once you get to, like, what, 17th level? Would that... Hold on, I have something to check. Like, what level do fighters... And I mean, like... I mean the magic fighters in 5th edition get there. Where the fuck is fighter in this goddamn book? Sorry. Eldritch Knight. When do they get 3rd level spell? You get 3rd level spells at 13th level. So you finally get the chance to use Fireball at 13th level with an Eldritch Knight. And I am giving you Fireball damage at 17th level. With like only 3 uses. I don't think that's too bad. Like, as a wizard, you would hold on. Let me also check. Let me check this again. I need to check my book because thinking about this, you know, I don't even need to check wizard. I can check the sorcerer. Sorcerer gets up to fireball at 5th level, which fair enough. How much heightened damage can they do with fireball at 17th level? They already get 9th level spells at 17th level. So it's a lot of damage. But now let's do some math on the Dragonborns. So let's compare 2d6 to 1d10 at 1st level, so that 1d10 can be done twice. I need a calculator. Please ignore that. That wasn't my artwork. Kind of. So actually, I need dice. I need more dice than I need a calculator. Let's see. Oop. Okay, so that'd be 9, that's 4. That'd be 10, that's 3. Okay, but early levels, then let's imagine it as you do get 2 of these, just in two different attempts. So in one attempt you get 4, 9, You get only 7 here. I mean, this is just bad rolls, honestly. That only gets up to 9. That also only gets up to 9, like 2 different attempts. At least that one can't be halved. That's a minimum of 1 damage. That's 14. That's only 12. So, yeah, I think this is pretty decent, because then at later levels and whatnot, like, you get 2d10 per roll. Well, maybe 4d6. That's only twice. Well, you'd basically get 1, 2. So you get 4d6, and then 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But then you would later get more. Like, this stays relatively the same longer. I don't know. My mind isn't that great with numbers sometimes. But I think this might be fair. Especially if you apply some resistances and whatnot to, like, creatures. Like, and blah blah blah. Because 2d10, you are progressively getting higher and higher rolls. Like, 4d10 is comparable to a fighter swinging a longsword. Two-handing a longsword and swinging it like 4 times. So I don't find too much of a problem with the method I'm going with here. And then you also get it 6 times. I do think bad rolls will mostly come about. Like, better average, but not as good a... You get the point. And you get less uses, so it's not to be overpowered. I'm sometimes dumb with math, okay? So, this requires testing, by the way. I'm not saying it is all too balanced. I'm just saying I'm trying to balance it. Trying to make sure that is balanced. Fireballs are overpowered, but I don't know. 17th level and you finally get to cast Fireball. I don't think that's too bad. So let's see. I guess this would be dexterity too. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm working on writing some homebrew, and I wanted to get it written up, talk and whatnot. 15-foot cone. I guess that is fair. How do cones work? Like, okay, I'm thinking about this now because battle map. I just need a grid to explain what I'm thinking here. This is like a basic grid, so I'll try keeping my explanation short. So, a 15-foot cone, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that makes sense. So, let's say I need like something to draw with or something. I don't have tools to draw on. The fuck did I do? Okay, anyway, I'll try keeping this, like, simple. Anyway, so let's say you're right here. 5, 10, 15. That's how the attack goes forward, right? You only get 15 feet forward. But it's a cone, so it should open wider, but it only goes out this far. How do you mark these two? Like, how do you determine if those people are hit by it or not? Because it would be fair if these people had a chance of being hit by it, but that's, in a sense, it's giving more space to a 15-foot cone than it would be a... I'd say if these people can dodge out of the way, or, like, not, then in the 15-foot cone, they either don't take damage or take half damage if they're in that range. I'd say this would be how it works with fireballs too, but it's just much easier to keep track of a cone this way. Like, half damage to these enemies because they're just not at the brunt of the cone. I don't know. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here anyway. Can you even see my mouse? Oh, you can. But anyway, I'm still working on Homebrew. I should probably use it. How are your days going, by the way? Like, how are you? I know I'm not doing the most exciting thing with Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not really playing the game, but can I just delete? Okay. So there we go. Finally. Not that dumb. Soft table, sending disorder. Table properties, normal text. I'm trying to make this a little pretty, okay? I'm sorry. Table properties. Color. Table border. Cell color background. Doop. Oh, nice. So, cell color background. Let's make it this. Cell color background. Boop. I'm gonna do that thing that I do like that Wizards of the Coast does. With their tables, and I'm gonna make this a slight yellowish tint so that it's differentiated. You see the differences. It's nice. Probably remove that. Just none. There we go. 15-foot cone. Okay. Comic Sans. Yes. Yes. I by the way, you're gonna see a lot of Comic Sans. I explained that when I'm writing something in a serious manner, I never use any other fonts. Look, this is all not in Comic Sans because I didn't start actually working on it. This was just a scripted idea. Comic Sans down here? That's because I'm working. What else am I supposed to make it? What else am I supposed to make it? Comic Sans is probably the best font to use in a serious manner. We use like Open Sans. Literally anything but Comic Sans Lamau. Come on, man, I love Comic Sans. I don't like Times New Roman. Like I've been in so I've been in like I like to use Laura. So let me explain why I use Comic Sans. I've been in coding classes and in writing classes on computers, and I just got so upset of using Times New Roman, of using those of those stupid fonts that aren't soft on my eyes, and I'm like, I just want to use Comic Sans. Because everything is soft. Everything is written for a child. and like I don't have to look at straight edges. Like, look at this E. Look at that E. It is like a 3-year-old can draw that E, and it's perfect. Like how I write words with my hand, it's it's nice and round, easy to read. Yes, that is why I use Comic Sans. What the fuck? Why did I double space there? But like, in honesty, another reason why I use Comic Sans is because I find it fucking funny. Like everyone hates it, so it's just kind of funny to use it. It's a little ironic to use it. But like, yeah, I never, I, I just, or Architect's Daughter is also a handwritten font, and that's very nice. Uh, and not Comic Sans. Look, you know what? I'm an Undertale fan. That's why I'm using it. There, are you happy? You know, the video game with a funny font skeleton. No, because I was about to say I would be using Papyrus as a font. If it weren't Comic Sans. But anyway, I do need to write this down. Yeah, the DC makes sense. That's a better reason. Yeah, but still. Okay. I'll change the Comic Sans. Guys, it's gonna disrupt my workflow more than I'll make it a lobster. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I love it. Okay. You didn't even spell cringe right. That's kind of cringe, bro. Actually, you know what? I do like the look of this weirdly majestic font. So I'm gonna keep the lobster. Man, have you guys ever wanted to keep a lobster as a pet? Like it's in a it's in a terrible font where it like look at this dumb fucking font. Is Kring. I don't know what Kring is. Oh, by the way, I am supposed to write lore here. That's why there's a thing for lore. You know, I'm gonna make a lore in one of my worlds that every font is written in Comic Sans, even Dwarvish. Ugh. Ugh. Actually, when you think about it, Dwarvish is the Comic Sans of the language writing systems because orcs use like so many races use Dwarvish as their script. Insert lore here. Yeah, that's I should probably write that down. I do have some lore in my head, but because you can see it in the platinum line as a platinum dragonborn, blah 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 lineage believed to be godhood. Your lineage, however, came to a split path of the ice and light. Dwarvish sands. Oh god, you're explaining Undertale lore. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, the DC is still pretty good. Dexterity saving throw. DC equals to 8 plus. Constitution modifier plus proficiency bonus. Like, right now I'm just going over the mechanical stuff, so I'll add some lore later. This is basically what I'm working on the Platinum Dragonborn right here. There are things that I do need to get down of it, and I'll see how the Roar of Dawn, how it goes out with people, if people actually like that idea or not, because it is just a flat bonus or debuff to enemies or allies. So I do like that idea, but it's just I don't know how many other people would like it, and maybe I can tweak it a bit, but it is a 5th level thing, so might. Oh, by the way, I did a thing where I suggest how you place your ASI, but you get these points. You get 3 points and what to do with them. Like 2 points into wherever, 1 point to wherever, 1 point into 3 places. But here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make the ASI part of the story, like with how these cultures interact with each other. Because that was something that I was thinking, that I was having an argument about before with a friend of mine, and we were arguing about like if these traits are what you were born with or if you were grown into having them. And I came to a conclusion that like would satisfy both ideas, and like you just suggest where you place these points. You don't ability score improvement. I just, the thing where you get a +1 into strength, or +1 into charisma, or +2 into charisma by so many fucking races. Why do so many races have +2 into charisma? Hold on. Why am I falling into that? Well, I mean, these are paladin kind of characters, the Platinum Dragonborn. Thanks for coming to the stream, True Blue. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, okay. Let's see. That isn't. So. You want to allocate them as much as you want, wherever you want. Yeah, this is just to say this is the suggested based off of like the culture or the race. Like, if they were born with it or if it's part of their culture to have these kind of traits. But it's not guaranteed, it's only suggested. So you can do what you will with these, but it is there if you want to have a small bit more understanding. Oh, thank you for the follow. I play a lot of games most of the time. So anyway, right now I'm going over the breath weapon, and oh god. Okay, I just got done talking about how I'm making the Platinum Dragonborn a little stronger with their breath weapon than other Dragonborns, because I'm basically adding 2d6 every level up of that use, but I'm also going to be nerfing it slightly so that they can't use it as much as the other Fizzbond dragons. Just to make it fair. Like, this thing is basically going to be the equivalent of swinging a great sword 4 times when you get to its max level. So just to make sure, it's not way stronger than like being able to swing it 6 times, you can only swing it, 3 at max. Whereas the other Fizzbond dragons can swing their swords like... You get the analogy I'm going with here, right? When I say swing their swords, they can do it 6 times, where this one can only do it 3 times at max. All at max. Yeah, okay. Also, as you can see, I have named 2 different types of these Dragonborns, Frostborn and Zealous. And you can see that I did something funky here with a breath weapon. The thing I wanted to do with their breath weapon is just a cool idea of mine that I've been wanting to implement this for a long time, okay? So basically, the Frostborn get the ability to breathe cold and fire damage, but it's not because they're breathing out flames with ice, it's because they're breathing out ice that's like so cold that it burns people. Like, it actually physically burns to touch it. That's just the idea I've been wanting to go with for a long time. Like a pure white dry ice kind of deal, you know? And then, like, the multichromatics are actually going to be a bit more simple. The Platinum Dragonborn... I think the Platinum Dragonborn are like, more complicated with what I'm doing here than, like, the multichromatic. Yeah, that's kind of simple. That's kind of like a cool Dragonborn concept. Because Tiamat is just a multichromatic dragon. So, like, why not make that but Dragonborn? It'd be cool. But I do have to balance it so that you can't just, like, switch at any time you want, so that it's fair. Sorry. Let's see. Dexterity save on a failed save, creature takes blah blah. Associated. How much damage at 5th level and 11th level? Oh, okay. So, at 17th level, I plan the breath weapon to basically be doing damage that is comparable to a fireball. So, 8d6 at 17th, and then going down the levels, it would be, so, like, at 5th level, it's 4d6, at higher level, it just... So 2d6, then 4d6, then 6d6, and then 8d6. That is how the damage scaling goes up, but there's also the drawback that you can't use it as much. That's the idea. So maybe you want to save it for times where your teammates are getting mobbed, or things like that. On a failed save... How are your days going, by the way? Damage type... Going well, just vibing. Ah, that's nice. I like vibing. That's actually why I decided to just... I didn't... Today, I just didn't want to play video games like I normally would, and I just wanted to, like, write out some homebrew. Get this done. Yes, I get it. There's supposed to be a comma here. Okay. Takes half as much damage. I don't know if I should round down or round up when like... So the idea is with the deal is your proficiency bonus basically marks how many times you can use this thing, and I'm thinking of cutting that in half so it only maxes out at 3 instead of 6. But I don't know if it should round up when cutting in half or rounding down. So you still have like one time use for longer, or should it be like getting up to like 2 uses a little faster? I'm not sure about that yet. I'm gonna keep it the way that I have it at the moment, but I'll keep it in mind that it could be oop. I feel like that's a little... No, it's not. Shut up, machine! Use your breath weapon a number of times equal to... So like early game, 1 to level 4, you can only use this once as an attack throughout your long rests. But once you hit level 5, then you can use it twice, and it's 4d6 instead of 2d6, making it... If you're going like a great sword warrior type, then like you're doing 66 in a round, which is pretty good. And then like after 2 uses it's gone, so you better make those uses count, you know? It's not like you wouldn't make those uses count as like a normal Dragonborn, but still, I think this is a fair use. Do 18d6 Monkas. What do you mean? 11th level does 66. The frames are fine. Actual proof. Actual proficiency doesn't scale to that. Rip. Yeah, it'd be way too powerful if you get full proficiency of uses to it. So yeah, you can like... Thought for a second, 3 attacks, 3 breaths in a turn. Yeah, I don't exactly know how the breath weapon attack works. If you can do that, but it doesn't say you can't, so I would allow it. But okay, so taking that into consideration as well, at 11th level you get like 3d10 for your breath weapon. 13. Level 13, 18d6. Yeah, but then there's also the fact that you're doing like, for 13th level, you'd be doing like 90-10 for other things. It is not too bad, because then you'd also get to do that again, which is like, yeah, 18d10 in 2 rounds. There's 18d10, like 18d6 in 1. So I think it's pretty fair. After a long rest. So then I have this idea where you just where you get a roar. You get to be a roaring dragon. So I named it Roar of Dawn because I thought it was this naming convention is neat to me, okay? Like, ever played Gears of War? Like, one of the coolest weapons was the Hammer of Dawn, and like, it just Hammer of Dawn was like one of the coolest sounding weapons. It was so weak in the first game, but like, the Hammer of Dawn is like one of the coolest weapons visually, and like noting of like how it works. It is one of the coolest things, and I just wanted to keep that. So here it has 2 abilities, all like Warcry, Roar of Intimidation. I didn't have the best naming conventions of these, but okay, let me think. Yeah, I'll make this part of an attack action. That doesn't sound too... Wait. Actually, I'm gonna look at another thing, because... Yeah, I'm gonna make this an action since it's a buff. It's something that buffs up you and your party or debuffs like your enemies. So I'm just gonna make this thing the Roar of Dawn. No matter how cool it sounds, what it does is just basically pretty simple, actually. Scales with proficiency, but like also it's half the proficiency, so it's not extremely powerful. Just to make sure. So did I spell boast right? You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, ring out a magical roar. This is the dumbest fucking writing ever. Should it be 60 feet? 60 foot radius? Well, I mean, if you want to... Should I have that, or... I mean, if these guys are... I'm gonna check paladins for a reference for, like, how their auras go. Because I think that'd be a fair thing to use as a reference. I know, like, most paladin auras go like, what, 10 feet or such? So let's see. Aura of Devotion, 30 feet. I'll go with 30 feet for now. It doesn't seem too unfair. Seems pretty good for a 30-foot radius to have this thing. Okay, explain the time limit, explain the usage. Okay. So this is a one-time use action, by the way. My mind is blanking. I can't think of what I want to say for this. Hold on a second. So, um, 1 minute is 10 rounds, so so whenever you use this, you use an action, and then when it comes back to your turn, there are 9 rounds of using this ability and whatnot for yourself. But then there are. Okay, yeah. Up to a 30. To a 30-foot radius. Fuck. I'm dumb. I think I have like decent naming conventions. It's just this is kind of lame, like in a sense. Intimidating roar. Rawr. I can imagine that like someone would say rawr and then someone got like, oh, they strong. I need to also specify that this does not stack with other okay, just make sure that I get that like okay. There we go. If someone has already used one effect, the effect will not stack with another use of this ability. There we go. I just have to make sure that is stated. I just have to make sure that that is stated, so like the idea of getting because the ability would be way too strong if otherwise. Like, imagine a party that can never miss an attack. Well, at least for 1 minute, but still. Okay, should I... Yeah, I'll apply it to that too. How do I phrase this? This is honestly the hardest part. Like, how am I gonna phrase like this? Weaken accuracy by proficiency, half proficiency bonus rounded down. So how do I phrase that? Remember, this is homebrew. It's non-exact science, and blah blah blah. It's like Unearthed Arcana, playtest material. You don't want to treat it as official, and it should go through some tweaks. But right now, it's basically in its testing phase, where it has to be written down and figured out. Enemy, an attack roll or dexterity save. They take a penalty equal. So this thing will scale with you, and basically the idea is that you aren't causing monsters to be scared, you're just making them a little... It's like a practical effect of being scared. It's not making you have disadvantage or anything, or have the frightened condition. It's like... It's a little harder for them to adjust. It's like actual intimidation. It's not overdoing it by having them like roll twice and take lower number, but it's making them like just roll a little less effectively. It's not the frightened condition. I promise. Sorry, I'm checking a few things. I'll be a second. Okay, go back here, flatten. Just check the stream. Everything's going okay so far. Effect, choose up to 5 enemies that can hear you. For the time being under this effect. Huh. I'm not doing that. That looks hard to do. Anyway. Down. Equal to after proficiency bonus round 10. You could do the if they try to hit someone other than you, Disadvantage or wisdom save for frightened, since those are features and legal stuff. I could, honestly. But I do like the idea, because this will be a minute, and like, I don't, and like, usually those things, I don't know. That is a good idea. Beagle. Bagel? Which one is that? Beagle or bagel? This seems like Auto Bane for now. Oh, there should definitely be a roll, at least. Okay. Eagle. Oh. I am the most brilliant ever. I'm gonna make it a wisdom saving throw. But I'm B tier. Oh. B Eagle. I like that. It's funny. So, let's see. I'm gonna just have it be the... enemies make wisdom saving throw. DC. I'm gonna still have it do the proper negatives and whatnot. For like, the thing is, I just want the negatives because it's a little simpler to have these negatives. It's just one character. Like, why can't that be a special ability for like one creature? It should be fine. B tier eagle. I like that. It is nice. It's funny. Maybe a repeatable wisdom save or charisma save like Bane. The negative is fine. Yeah. 8. 8 plus. I'm just gonna make it the Constitution modifier because it is like, it's like a shout. It is like a... Oh, well, what this? This is Homebrew, and I'm currently working on the first one, which would be Platinum Dragonborn. Insert lore here. Very creative lore here. Suggested ability score improvement, creature type humanoid, speed normal, platinum line. I literally made the platinum line thing as a kind of agreement with one of my friends I was like making this with, because I was talking about it and then I learned, oh wait, the god has a radiant breath weapon, so I just made it a radiant breath weapon. Like, I have to add multiple different things in here just to make sure it works out, but right now I'm currently... Oh wait, I didn't do the 1, 2, 3. There we go. Constitution. Plus proficiency bonus. On a failed save. On a failed save, an enemy tries to make attack dexterity roll. Take a penalty equal to half of your proficiency bonus, rounded down. Down. Okay, when using this effect, choose up to 5 enemies that can hear you. These 5 enemies must make a wisdom saving throw, DC, con mod, prof bow. On a failed save, if any enemy makes an attack roll, dexterity save, they bonus rounded down. At the start of each round, the enemies turn can make the saving throw. Unsuccessful save. Unsuccessful save. Again till next dawn. There we go. How's that look? How's that looking so far? On a failed save, an enemy makes an attack roll or dexterity save throw, they take a penalty equal to half your proficiency bonus rounded down. At the start of each round of the enemy's turn, they can repeat. I should say end. At the end of each round of the enemy's turn. So that this can have a little more use to it. Even with a con mod of 1, that'd be pretty decent for a roll. So, okay. I think this is pretty good. The teammate one might be a bit better. And I just call it Warcry. I'd round the proficiency bonus up. I gotta think about that. Well, I mean, two to a max of 3, or 1 to a max of 3. Well, I mean, it would be a bit more useful if it, since Bane is 1d4, average of 2.5, and this is level 5 see, so round down to equal to 1. Yeah, you do have a point. Okay. So, rounded. Okay. You do present a fair point. Warcry is basically gonna be the same thing, but like as a buff to allies. God damn it. Let's just go this way. Bold that. Warcry. Now, should I have this one be like rounded down so that it's like +1 to +3? Because like I'm thinking of magical weapons while I'm making this thing. It's a lot, I guess, for a race overall, but D&D 5e balancing is wacky, honestly. Yeah, fair. I just don't want to make... I don't want to make the ability stronger than magic weapons. But, like, the idea is mostly if, like, this character is in a non-magic world. I don't mean non-magic, low magic. Like, low magic item world. I'm gonna have a sip of my orange soda real quick. Homebrew writing is hard, okay? Here's up to... So right now I'm about to make Warcry, which is the buff effect, rather than the debuff effect. So I want Warcry to basically like just add a 1-minute bonus to attacks and like dexterity saving throws. No doubt about that. I'm scared to homebrew PC stuff. Yeah, because I think this one should be rounded down for the PCs because, you know, magic items still exist, and if we take these magic items, if a PC has a magic +1 item and they figure out how to use this quite frequently, they can basically buff everyone to +2 items frequently, and I don't... Yeah. So this is going to be like bless. I don't. You know, instead of dexterity saving throws, this boosts them on. I'm gonna say it's wisdom saving throws, because like if you're pumped up for battle, I guess since these aren't concentration rounding down, for both might actually make sense. These aren't concentration rounded down for both might actually make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Because it can't be dropped at any... It can be dropped, you know, at a point. You know, if the enemy dies or goes unconscious, the effect is basically stopped, but... yeah, I'm gonna stay down. I'm just keep it down for the moment, and if this is play tested or used up to like level 5, then we'll see how it works. When using this effect, choose up to 5. Right, I was about to say willing. Because sometimes people don't want it for some reason. By willing allies is just a stipulation. I'm pretty sure most teammates are gonna go like, yeah, I want that. Allies that can hear you. So the silent spell can also counteract this, because it is like someone screaming and then you get the effect. So, willing allies that can hear you. So, verbal component. Basically, all this is like a verbal component. That's why I stipulate that they have to be able to hear you. It's a shout. Takes your constitution to shout. That's why it's con mod. And if you are under the effect of a silent spell, then things can't hear you. So that's pretty. That's a good way to counteract this. 5 willing allies that can hear you. Including yourself. I'm just gonna make that a thing too. You are possibly one of the people that have to be taken under the effect. Under the effect. You gain a bonus. Equal. Your proficiency bonus. Oh, wait. Oh, I should stipulate that. So, failed save an enemy. Whenever you make an attack roll, a wisdom saving throw, you apply this bonus. Yeah, I'm gonna just say you apply this effect. I keep forgetting the commas. Okay, now I can... Now what do I write down? Okay. Done. Warcry giving a guaranteed +1 bonus. +1 for 1 minute is probably stronger than the roar, which can fall. Maybe make it only targetable to 2 allies and self instead. Yeah, that would be a good idea. 3 willing allies that can hear you, including yourself. Why is state 3 willing allies, including self, is because then okay, so you could include yourself, or you could give it to someone else. It is a stipulation that you could probably barely think about, but when I say including yourself, I mean you are included to the possible people that can get the effect, not that you get the effect immediately. So it's not immediately applied. Personally, I'd on the side of lowering the power of this, including flexibility since it's blessed without and bless is an S tier spell. Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Because... Okay. So, what if I made it a third of your proficiency bonus? Like, rounded up. Third rounded up. So, like, once you get to 5th level... I mean, once you get to, like... No, just... I could say rounded down. Of your proficiency bonus rounded down. So the max would be +2 to all. 2, but that's like only when you get up to max proficiency. That means for most of the campaign it's like only +1. And you get like 3 targets. I don't know. You know what? This is probably still a good, still a really good ability. It's just, you make a little more use of Intimidating Roar now. Because what's better? Nerfing a group mob or giving your teammates, giving like 2 of your teammates and yourself, or it's only wisdom saving throws. So if your enemy is like applying dex saving throws every like fucking... Yeah, I think this is like balanced. I think this is balanced. It is still a one-time use item, though. This is strong early levels, but even if it's only half proficiency, it's not that good later levels, in my opinion, for a whole action. True. I don't know. This is still early, so we'll see about it later. Might make it... Tier 1 is strong, Tier 2 is good, Tier 3, 4 probably won't use. Yeah, fair enough. Probably make it a bonus action. Should I make it a bonus action? Because then you can use it, and then you still have 10 rounds. Unless you're like far away from enemies and you have time to use it. Yeah, I'll make it a bonus action. Use this. Once you use this as a bonus, once you use this as a bonus action, you can choose the following effects. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Well, it is only a one-time use, so... Okay, so I'll make it down to 2 targets, 2 willing allies that can hear you, including yourself. Once you use Ore of Dawn in either way, you cannot use it again until you take a long rest. Till you finish a long rest, I should say. Yeah, finishing a long rest, maybe that'll make it a bit more fair. Can't do so again. Or maybe, like, give a Bardic Inspiration to 3 allies. Proficiency mod. I give your proficiency mod half to 3 targets. Next saving. But only for 1 attack. More inclined. What's it do with a bonus action should do? Well, I mean, okay, here's one of the things about Bardic Inspiration. It's rarely used. Like, there's the idea of saving your Bardic Inspiration because it might help later. And one of the things I hear about bards as a joke is that their Bardic Inspiration just isn't used because it's not as helpful as it could be. Like, it is a helpful thing if it would be used, but it just isn't. And either way, I'm just trying to figure out how to play this. Can't do so again. Again, till you finish a long rest. There we go. And right now, Warcry is like a third of your proficiency bonus instead of half. I don't know if it should be a third, but 1/3 is pretty good for right now. Actually, I think the page right now is yeah, this is the page at the moment. So I think, oh fuck. I think the Platinum Dragonborn is done for now, except for the lore. I'll get that later. But yeah, for now, oop. Literally just filled the page. I'm gonna add a page break. Insert. Break. And there we go. This is a 17. So is this Multi-Chromatic Dragonborn. That is the next one I'm going to do. And I have my own little gimmick for them. I'm going to do that dumb thing that I did earlier too. There we go. This is just an 11. Okay, I think that looks good so far. Space it out a bit. This is a 14. That's neat. Actually, let's just... The fuck? So, I do have my own little gimmick for the multi-chromatic Dragonborn. Each dawn, choose what type resisted and what breath weapon you have. Oh, by the way, I use reflex as a word that like it shows what the thing is, not actually reflecting anything. In the 5th level, I just thought it was neat. So Is that how you spell it? Yes, I do want this thing to be dawn-based and not technically long rest based, because technically in the long rest it's just a span of 8 hours resting and being asleep and whatnot. But for a dawn, for it to be a morning, it has to go through a full 24 hours before you can change, not just 8 hours. Ancestry, lineage, oh, whatever. Yay, I'm making another table, guys. One, two. Basically, to this. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Image type. Classic red dragons, breathing fire and shit. Oh, they do this in alphabetical order, so red should actually be placed down here. Cut. Paste. That takes too long. So green is poison. Black is acid. Blue is lightning. I can't make that any smaller. Cold, fire, poison, lightning, acid. Cold, fire, poison, lightning, acid. I think I've gone on for a bit too long now. But I will get this finished. I will get this finished. But anyway, it was fun hanging out. Thank you for coming to stream. And I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Oh god, my ears. Alright. This streamer is really cool. I like him. It's like one of the best streamers ever. and I think we should watch him. So thank you for coming to stream. Have a good night, and yeah, goodbye.